All right, so today we are going to be talking about fraction of problems. When we think of fraction of problems, we are trying to find a fraction of some kind of amount of object that we are given. So when we think of fraction of, we are going to be multiplying. Now, I personally think that multiplying fractions and whole numbers, or fractions and fractions, is a little bit easier than adding or subtracting fractions just because there are less steps. So we're going to go ahead and do page 105 together. And if you're watching this video, then you may just go ahead and fill out all of the answers for this page on GoFormative. So it says there are 56 beads on a necklace. 1/4 of the beads are blue. How many beads are blue? So I need to find my fraction of. So it says 1/4 of. So I know I am finding 1/4 of something. So I'm going to write out 1/4. I know that I have 56 beads total. I am finding 1/4 of 56. So I'm going to write 1/4. My of is a multiplication sign, and I'm going to write 56. It could look like this, but we have a fraction, and so we want to turn our whole number into a fraction. And the way we do that is we put our whole number over 1. So it will be 56 over 1. That is because 56 over 1 is an improper fraction. And when we have an improper fraction, division is the action. And I know that 56 divided by 1 is 56. So I am not changing the value or the amount of beads that I have on my necklace. It has to stay the same. So you always put your whole number over 1. Okay? And with multiplication, you are just going to multiply the numerators and then the denominators together. So 1 times 56 is 56. 4 times 1 is 4. So I get another improper fraction of 56 over 4. Well, I cannot answer 56 fourth beads, so I need to divide because I have an improper fraction to find my answer as a whole number. So over here, I am going to do 56 divided by 4 because my numerator is always my dividend and my denominator is always my divisor. I know that 4, and I'm going to use dad, mom, sister, brother, Rover to help me with my division steps. So I know that 4 goes into 5 one time. Okay, I divided. Now I need to multiply 1 times 4, which is 4. I multiplied. Now I need to subtract 5 minus 4, which is 1. I subtracted. And now I need to bring down my next digit, which is 6. And now I am going to do it over because I still know that 4 can go into 16. I know that 4 times 4 is 16, so I put a 4 above my 6. I divide it, and now I multiply 4 times 4, which is 16. So I subtract, and I get 0. Now, I need to see if there's anything left to bring down. There is not a digit right here, so my answer is 14 beads. 14 beads are blue. 14 is 1/4 of 56. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the problems a little bit quicker. Jenna has 45 yards of yarn. She used 1/5 of it for a knitting project. How much yarn did she use? So I need to find my fraction of. So I have 1/5 of 45 yards. So I have 1/5 of 45 yards. Now keep in mind, just like in number 1, I need to keep my whole number the same. So I'm going to put 45 over 1, and then I will multiply across. 1 times 45 is 45. 5 times 1 is 5. Now I have an improper fraction, and with that, division is the action. So my numerator is my dividend. My denominator is my divisor. I know that 5 cannot go into 4. So I'm going to put a 0 here. I know that 5 can go into 45. I just need to figure out how many times. So I'm going to just list off to the side my multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So I have reached my dividend. Now I need to count how many times 5 went into 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to put 9 above my 5. I divided, so now I multiply. 9 times 5, we just figured out over here, is 45. So I'm going to subtract 45 from 45, and I have 0. I need to check to see if I have anything to bring down, and I do not. So my answer is 9 yards. 9 yards is 1/5 of 45 yards. Let's go ahead and do number 3. Morris has a rectangular garden with an area of 60 square feet. 1/10 of the garden is planted with bean plants. How many square feet are planted with bean plants? So I need to find my fraction of, which is 1/10 of. Whenever you see a fraction and then the word of right after it, it is most likely going to be multiplication, but not always. You need to just make sure that you are looking at the context of the sentence. So I have 1/10 of 60 square feet. I do not want to change my value of 60, so I'm going to put it over 1 so that I can easily multiply my fractions. 1 times 60 is 60. 10 times 1 is 10. I have an improper fraction, and with that, division is the action. A lot of us might be able to do this in our head, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the division real quick. 60 is my dividend, 10 is my divisor. I know that 10 cannot go into 6, but I do know 10 can go into 60. So I could write my multiples of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So how many times did 10 go into 60? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. 6 times 10 is 60, and I subtract. There's nothing here to bring down, so my answer is 6 square feet. 6 is 1/10 of 60. All right, we are going to do the try this together real quick, and then you are going to have a chance to do this on your own. The length of my living room is 24 feet. The width of my living room is half the length. What is the area? Well, I'm going to use some of my background knowledge. I know that area is length times width. I know that my length is 24 feet. And I know that my width is 1/2 of my length. So here is my fraction of, so I have 1/2 of my 24 feet. I'm going to put it over 1 so that it stays the same. And again, you might be able to do this in your head right now, but it is really important that you are showing your work so that I can see your thinking just in case we go wrong somewhere. 1 times 24 is 24. 2 times 1 is 2. Improper fraction, division is the action. So I have 24 divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. I multiply those and subtract. And then I bring down my other number. 2 goes into 4 twice. And 2 times 2 is 4. So I do not have a remainder, and I have nothing else to bring down. So half of 24 is 12. So I need to find my area, which is still my length times my width. My length is 24, we were told, and we just found the width of 12. So I'm going to go ahead and go off to the side and do 24 times 12 to find my area. Okay, I know 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. I am now multiplying for my tens place. I'm going to put a 0 here. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I add them together to get my final answer. 8 plus 0, 4 plus 4, 2 plus nothing. So my area is 288 square feet. This one was a problem where you had to apply what you already know to a new skill that we just learned above. If you have any questions, please reach out to me via email or on Google Classroom, or go ahead and hop on Google Meet between 8:30 and 9:15 or 11 and 11:45, and I am more than happy to help you.